we also recognize who are the students who choose virtual and why they choose virtual. Most of our students choose virtual because they just don't want the drama of a brick and mortar school. Their parents usually are, sometimes they have tried the regular traditional school and it has not worked for them. So they want an option that will give them flexibility, allow them to have access to learning 24/7, either because they have personal obligations. Sometimes our students are involved in extracurricular activities that don't allow them to do a traditional school setting. Sometimes it's mental health needs, physical needs, or sometimes it's just because they are very advanced and they want to work at their own pace. So first of all students got to come to school. But how do you come to school in a virtual space? Well, in grades 5 through 8, our students receive direct core instruction in a synchronous environment Monday through Thursday on Microsoft Teams. We take attendance daily for those students who are on time. They have to have their camera on, they have to be engaged, and they have to be responsible and participate in the lesson for the day. If students are consistently tardy or they lack engagement, then that could equate to them being absent for the day. So one of the things that the teachers here at Virtual and the leadership team decided was, after COVID, we wanted to see our students' faces. So we do require students to be on camera when they are in the synchronous environment. And the 5th and 8th grade students are synchronous because we realized that those students needed more support. In fact, what we do with the testing, because they all have to come in, we will do the test and then we create a social activity afterwards. Like in December, when they come in for testing, we're gonna have cocoa and cookies and maybe do a holiday film or something, encourage them to wear their PJs. Because one thing we know is that the parents, especially of virtual students, want their students to be sociable. They want them to connect. That's the one thing I get from the parents all the time. I want them to make friends. So when we have them in the building with their grade level, we have an opportunity for them to develop those relationships in an in-person way. So we've talked a lot about students, but we also know that our students need lots of support. We know that it's important, especially after the pandemic, that a lot of our students are still sometimes struggling with personal and social and emotional needs. So we do what is called the Zone to Grow check-in. We use that platform, and each teacher has a core group of maybe 8 to 10 students that they check in online every week, and they do check-ins and ask questions like, how is your week going? Or do you have everything you need? Are there any personal housing needs, mental health needs? And with that check-in, we're able to then connect with our social worker or our counselor to make sure that our students get the supports that they need, not just academically, but we really approach it from a whole child perspective.